Will they have busted, and will they lie down and like check their phone?
The post-record clarity.
Are they going to go for a smoke?
Yeah.
I think...
Or is the NHL going to want to talk? Alexander Ovechkin has said, and there's some translation going on here, and it is with Google Translate, so it could be wrong-ish, but Alexander Ovechkin has said in an interview with Sport Express's Igor Rabiner last week that he is unlikely to re-sign with the Capitals at the end of his current contract, which expires at the end of next season. Maybe not a huge shock. He is employed by Moscow Dynamo Dynamo Moscow of the KHL, and maybe he will go there and finish his career back home in Russia. But this is the exchange from Rabiner. A Washington fan told me the other day before entering the arena that he dreams of you breaking the record and scoring your 900th goal, signing a new contract with Washington, and going for 1,000. Is that possible? Rabiner asked, as translated via Google Translate. I don't think so, Ovechkin replied. Ovechkin is going to be 40 next year. He said, we'll see. Most likely yes to Dynamo. If health allows, it's hard to plan for such a long term now. Obviously, that is a little jumbly with the translation, but we see players do this where they play a fullish NHL career and they go home and they wrap up wherever they're from. Are we ready to be done with Ovechkin? Once he hits 895, are we going to be like, cool, good for you, do whatever you want? Or do you want to see some real Twilight Ovechkin? Because if there's anything we're learning this season, it's that if he wants, he can still do it.
Yeah, I want to see him go as long as he can go, like at this pace.
You're going to have the record. Like, make the record as crazy as you can do it.
Right, make sure nobody else gets it.
Yeah, at some point, man, I think you kind of owe me. This is really selfish, but...
Me personally, you owe DJ personally.
Yes. No. Can I say respectfully, I was an NBC Sports employee for a 4-year stretch where the only idea that company had hockey-wise was Alexander Ovechkin is scoring goals and chasing Gretzky. Folks, no one fucking cares until he's close. I had to put up with a lot of advertisements seeing all that stuff. Get the record and make it awesome.
I have a question about the Capitals in general. Is there any concern that when they're going to fall off when he gets this record? Because I was thinking about it the other day, where it's just like it seems like that's kind of driving the whole bus there.
No, I think it's one hand feeding the other again.
And
but
I think
once he gets it, once
he gets it, they're going to be like right on the precipice of the playoffs as potentially a number 1 seed. Like they're going for that whole thing.
Once he gets it, though, are they? Have they? I'm going to paint a picture. If they shot their wad, so to speak.
Yeah, like it kind of feels like
will they have busted, and will they lie down and like check their phone?
The post-record clarity.
Are they going to go for a smoke?
Yeah,
I think.
Or is the NHL going to want to talk?
No, the worst case scenario is like he's 1 or 2 short, like at the regular season's end. Then it's going to be a massive letdown, and you're going to be riding a letdown into the playoffs. Yeah, that would be the worst. And then you have to come back next year, and then we're talking about like him doing it in like the first week of the season. Horrible, gross. You got to make sure that he gets it this year.
Although in that situation, you guarantee him that like the first 5 Washington games are nationally televised.
Who gives a fuck?
I will say, if he does what he's doing this year, and then next year, with the record already sewn up, if the Capitals are good again, we could be looking at back-to-back years of Jack Adams, Spencer Carberry.
True.
Because like this is where Spencer Carberry's mettle will really be tested. And he was great down the stretch last year. He's been awesome this year. But if once this band of ragtag weirdos has excuse to like be like, okay, well, now it's time to be failures again, and they're good, that's the coach. That's coaching. Spencer Carberry, get that Gretzky record, brother.
100%. I agree with that. Also, if I was Ovechkin and the NHL wanted me to keep playing beyond this contract, like if the NHL was like, no, you got to keep going for it, I would make a deal with the NHL at a negotiating table. I'd be like, I will come back. I will sign another contract if you give me my fucking goals during like the lockout years. Give me 40 goals for each lockout year.
No.
I would show up and be like, let me wear a tinted visor and tuck my jersey, which I guess he kind of does anyways.
I was gonna say
Everybody's doing the visors now.
But I want like color, like mirror visor OV and like full blown jersey tuck. Be like, I own you guys.
Why you say no about giving him his lockout years?
because I don't want there to be a single hole that can be poked in this record.
100%. I don't want Mickey Mouse goals.
Yeah, I don't want, dude, do you know how often when I go to Celtics games, I sit in section 313 and I have a 1957 NBA champions banner staring me right in the face. And all I can fucking see is my friend Dan, who is a Lakers fan, who likes that banner more than I do as a Celtics fan because he's like, that's what your banners look like. They say fucking 1957 on them.
Yep.
Fake ass wins. Playing against white guys with knee pads named Buzz, your team did not win. I don't want anyone doing that with the greatest goal scorer to ever live, Alexander Ovechkin.
And it's part of the story. Like you'd be like, he did, like he has the record, then you get to tell your kids he did that with lockouts and COVID.
That's his. If you take away all his goals, Wayne Gretzky still has the most points thing.
It's like if you gave Ovi a full career, this record's not even close.
We should call that a record boost. When someone has a record and there's a fun fact you can tell about it that lets people imagine maybe he could have done even more. So he's going to have the goals record with that boost pack. I would rather that than any sort of higher number and asterisk.
And then when we're like 60, we get to be haters when like somebody else is pushing on the record. They'd be like, well,
yeah, how many lockouts did he play?
Yeah, if Ovi got to play a full career, he wouldn't even be close. And that's fun too.
We all silly like the mayor.